Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 24, and today we are starting season 4 with Swansea with a game against Everton. But before we play that game, I'm going to show you how Swansea have been getting on in pre-season and also the new signings to the Swansea side. So let's get straight into the transfers because that's what everyone cares about the most when a new season starts. As you can see, quite a lot of departures. The main departures, though, are really Ki Sung-young, Nick Powell, and Alvaro Pereira. Pereira went for £600,000 to Nice. As a left back, he came in, did an alright job when called upon, but just look at the amount of injuries he had since he arrived at Liberty Stadium, just ridiculous. So I thought it's probably best just to let him go. Nick Powell went to Bournemouth for £1.7 million. He had a couple of loan spells at Burnley at Turf Moor, but I didn't really think he did enough there to make me consider him a player that could possibly establish himself in the first team. So I put him on the transfer list. Bournemouth came in, and for £1.7 million, we got him for free, so I said, yep, take him. And the most notable departure is Ki Sung-young, who's gone to Derby County for £5.25 million. Now, Ki last season was actually voted as our fans player of the year, which is quite surprising to me, as he only played 20 games and did okay in those 20 games, an average rating of 7.34, but 5 were off the bench, and I'm just surprised. I'm just really surprised he was voted fans player of the year last year. But either way, Ki is gone. He's also in the favoured personnel section at the club as well, so the fans must be getting really annoyed with me. I keep on selling the players that they like, Leon Britton, Angel Rangel, Ki Sung-young, but either way, Ki's gone to Pride Park. I'm okay with that. He wasn't key to our future here at Swansea, I feel. Get it? Because he's first, yeah, okay. But anyway, he's gone, and I'm totally fine with that. And just one more player to show you as well that's left the club, and I'm pretty pleased with this one. Wayne Routledge has finally left the club. Yes, rejoice. This is the best news of pre-season, I feel. Wayne Routledge has finally gone. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll know last night I offered him a mutual termination with like 9 days left in his contract, and he said something like, no, I'm willing to sit here on my contract. I was like, really, Wayne? Are you really willing to just stay here and see out your contract? I wonder why. So you can get an extra 36 grand probably. But yeah, Wayne Routledge is gone. That's what I earn in like 3 years. Wayne Routledge is gone, and I'm totally fine with that because he's just, I don't know. I mean, I really wish I probably could have sold him in the first season, and I wish I did, do that, because I'm sure that a club would have came in for him. What a waste of money. It's honestly, and the fact he's still without a club is not one bit surprising to me. He doesn't want to go anywhere because no one wants to pay him. Routledge is gone, and I'm delighted. I'm absolutely delighted. Thank God the nightmare's over. And now let's move on to the players I've signed, and I must say, prepared to be disappointed, underwhelmed, and also quite angry at a couple of the deals I've done as well. It's not been a good transfer window for signing players. I'll just come out and say it right now. We've still got a bit of money left over, but I've made some real errors, and this is why you shouldn't play FM at 4 in the morning whilst you're sleep deprived. First signing, Andreas Pereira comes back on a permanent deal from his loan spell last season. We had a £9 million future fee arranged with Manchester United, so that's what we paid. Last season on loan, he played 18 games in the league, got 1 goal and 3 assists, and whenever he did play, whenever he was called upon, which was not too many times admittedly, he did actually do really well. So for me, I thought he's only 22 years old, he doesn't want a big salary, only 21 grand a week. I thought it's worth the gamble, it's worth the gamble. He may not play too many games once again, but whenever he does play, he's one of those squad players who, whenever he does play, puts in a good shift. So Pereira, rotation player, comes in, and for £9 million, I'll take it. Steven Corker is also back at Swansea on a permanent deal after his loan spell, but that was many, many years ago. Corker back then was a Spurs player, went on loan to Swansea, and of course famously ended up signing for their rivals Cardiff a couple of years later. But for me, I do think Corker's not a bad centre-back at all. He showed a lot of promise in his earlier years. He's got some good stats, Steven Corker. He really does. He's strong, he's 6'3", he's got some decent mentals, technically, heading 16, marking 15, tackling 15. That's the magic trio for me for centre-back stats. He's not that bad at all, and he's not, I'll be honest here, he's not the player I wanted. I wanted Kurt Zouma. Again, if you follow me on Twitter, you'll know last night I had a £10 million bid accepted, but unfortunately chose Monaco instead. But either way, Corker comes in, and he's not the long-term replacement for Williams I wanted, but for the time being, he'll do, and I'm okay. For £6 million, I don't think that's a bad signing at all. And now we move on to a signing which was absolutely necessary. Joe Allen is back at the Liberty Stadium. Yes, hashtag welcome back Joe. Joe Allen arrives at Swansea for £7.5 million. That is exactly half of what he was sold for back in the day when Brendan Rodgers left for Anfield. So he's back at Swansea, he's back in Wales, and I'm really pleased with this. And the reason I say it was absolutely necessary is because of this. Homegrown rulings. Now we're into the Europa League. I did discuss this last season when we signed Ben Davies. Now we're into the Europa League. We need to start signing players that were trained in the nation and also trained at the club. And Joe Allen was like the only good player that was trained at Swansea that we could sign for our upcoming campaign. Everyone else were players who were Championship to League One standard at the very best, really. So Allen's come back, and again, I'm pretty pleased with this. Selling Ki-Sung Young means that part of that transfer fee got paid for from his departure. And he's got some good stats. He's got some really good stats. He's not just here for the homegrown ruling. He's here to play some minutes and also for the homegrown ruling. So, yeah, Allen comes back. He's got some decent stats. I like the look of the guy. And I'm pleased to have him back in Wales. But either way, now we're going to move on to a signing which is, well, I don't know how you guys are going to react to this signing. I just want to say straight away that I played this game. I played through most of pre-season last night. And I made this signing at like 4 a.m. and I was sleep deprived. I've been a little bit sick, as you guys know. Just forgive me if I've made an absolutely terrible error, because I think I have. I've sort of sobered up this morning and realised I've made a stupid decision. But do you know what? Let's just move on, and you guys can judge for yourselves what you think about this transfer. But it's big. It's a new record signing, and it could potentially be the worst decision of my managerial career. Gianluca Esposito, 19-year-old striker who signs from Fiorentina for £30 million. Yes, that was his release clause, and I've decided to splash the bulk of my transfer budget on a wonder kid. Now, I don't know what to say to you because I know what you're thinking. Are you the biggest idiot that's ever played Football Manager? And my answer is, well, probably yes, but let's just wait until my career is over before we jump to that conclusion. But yeah, Esposito has signed for us, and I really don't know what to say about this. But basically, you'll see in just a moment's time, Callum Wilson broke his foot, which means he's going to be out until around December, January time, you'd feel. And I felt as though we'd need another striker to play alongside Barbosa or come off the bench. I don't have much faith in Wilfred Bonney. Liam Cullen, sadly, is not progressing the way we wanted him to. I felt like we needed another striker, and I decided to spend the big guns on this kid. Now, you look at his stats, very, very good. And again, this kid is just 19 years old, so he's only going to get better. He's strong, he's quick, mentally he's sound for a 19-year-old, and also technically, dribbling 14, finishing 17, first touch 13, heading 16, long shots 13 as well. He looks really, really good, and for £30 million, gets a lot of money, but look what he's done so far in his career. First, when he came to Fiorentina, 2 goals in 5 games, then a short loan spell at Real Betis, 2 goals in 7 games, and then a full loan year at Genoa. And as you can see, he got 14 goals in 37 games, and this is in the Serie A. This was a then 18-year-old kid. The one real negative to this deal, though, is something which unfortunately I couldn't avoid because his agent just insisted it was in there. And I know you guys think, you know, why have you let this happen again? You've been stung twice before with Brandt and Crane-Vitter. Why did this happen again? Well, unfortunately, he's got a minimum free release clause of £43 million. So once again, we will make a profit on the guy if he does decide to go, if that clause gets met, which it probably will by Barcelona or Real Madrid or someone in a couple of years' time, if this says anything to go by. But unfortunately, it was a non-negotiable clause, and I couldn't get rid of it. So yeah, that's unfortunately, and that's the one thing I'm really disappointed about. But hopefully, as the years go by, no one will come in for him. We'll give him a new contract, and we'll remove that like we've done with Callum Wilson. So yeah, Esposito's in, and again, you know, to start his career off, 18 goals in 49 games for a 19-year-old kid, I think that's pretty decent. Is he worth £30 million? Probably not. But could he be worth £30 million in the future? Yes, and then some. That's my thinking behind the deal. Esposito comes in. I'm not sure about it. You guys can let me know in the comment section down below what you think. But yeah, welcome, Gianluca. I'm putting my faith in you. Don't let me down. Also, pre-season looked like this. We played 7 games. We had 4 wins, 2 defeats, and also 1 draw as well. Somehow we lost to Newport by 2-0. We played a good side as well, so answers on the postcard. How we lost to Newport 2-0, I do not know, but either way, we also had our European qualification legs as well. The first leg, I should say the first playoff, if you will, against Pribram, who, if I remember correctly, are a Czech side. Are they Czech? Yeah, Czech. We faced them in the qualifier and we brushed them aside pretty comfortably, really, 7-0 on aggregate. And our second playoff tie, which is the actual one which will see us go into the group stage if we come through, is against a Kazakhstan side. And after we brush aside the Czech team, I'm pretty sure we'll beat this side as well. So those are our European qualifiers. We look as though we're going into the group stage. That's what the board wanted. And yeah, hopefully this season, in Europe for the first time, we'll have a good first campaign and maintain a European place for many years to come. And so as we go into the first and only game of today's episode is Everton on the Barclays Premier League opening day. Pretty excited for the game. Of course, we pipped Everton to a Europa League spot last season, so Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank will be desperate for revenge against me. Never thought I'd say that sentence, but either way, this is the team I've picked. We're going back to the 4-4-1-1, and the reason we're doing this is because obviously Wilson is currently injured right now, and I don't want to start Esposito alongside Barbosa straight away. I want to bring him off the bench and gradually ease him into the Swansea side. But this is the team that we've picked for the game regardless. Timo Horn starts in goal. It's a back four of Ben Davies, Stephen Corker, Marlon and Hugo Mallow. Andre Ayew is on the left-hand side. Sisto's on the right. Midfield, I keep saying it again. Central midfield partnership of Joe Allen and Sergio Roberto. Gylfi Sigurdsson is our attacking midfielder and Gabby Barbosa is our striker. On the bench we have Berisha, Brooks, Trippier, Kadira, Pereira, Bonney, and again the £30 million wonder kid, Esposito. Also as well, some injuries right now. Benteke just coming back. Wilson with that broken foot, of course. Jesse Lingard's injured too, really annoying. And so is Neil Taylor. So Ashley Williams this season, by the way, guys, our captain, will be playing a limited role. Obviously in the first team ever since I came in, but he's decreasing in stats. He's now 33 years old. He's turning 34 next week. So yeah, Williams is going to be playing less and less and less for us as we look to sort of phase him out of the team and just keep him as a leader in the dressing room and not on the pitch. But that's the team I've picked. These are the instructions if you want to see them. We're starting on attacking as well. Can we get the win on the opening day and start the season off with the 3 points? Let's hope so. Come on, Swansea. And so the first proper highlight comes here as we pass out from the goal kick. Sigurdsson finds Sisto down this right-hand side. Can he take it round his man? Yes, he can. Well done, Sisto, to beat Leighton Baines. He's beaten another as well. Sisto on a stormy run, crosses Ayew's at the far post, and it's turned in, I think, by Ayew off the post. Was it? Yes, it was. Andre Ayew's header at the back stick, hits the woodwork, and goes in to the back of the net. Sisto of a storming run down the right-hand side. I tell you what, since losing Julian Brandt, he's come in and not been as good, but still been a very adequate replacement. Lovely cross to the far post. Ayew rises highest with the header, and I'm surprised. He didn't hit the post, actually hit the goalkeeper and went in. Either way, Ayew claims it. I thought it hit the post. Ayew claims the goal. It's 1-0 Swansea. Our skipper on the pitch has scored. Well done. And here is the first highlight of the second half as Seamus Coleman on the ball, crosses towards Ross Barkley, and Corker with a tackle is going to come straight to Diego Costa. Oh, what a save by Timo Horn. How did Costa not turn that in? Timo Horn with a big, big save. He is so important to this Swansea side. Really good stop by the German, and we still lead by a goal. But here is another highlight to Everton here with Seamus Coleman down the right-hand side, plays it inside, and a good chance here as number 8's on the ball. Ross Barkley, another fine save by Timo Horn. Everton putting the pressure on, looking for an equalising goal, but the German is doing a good job and ensuring they won't get one with another save there. Well done. And another highlight for Everton here is McCarthy plays it long towards Diego Costa, who could be through and finds the back of the net. And finally, Everton have the goal that they deserve. Diego Costa with his first goal for Everton, scoring on his debut, and the former Chelsea and Atletico Madrid striker levels the score. Great ball by McCarthy over the top. Marlon could not get back on time, and Costa rifles the ball in, and it's 1-1. I think now is the time to switch to a 4-4-2 as well. Sigurdsson and Barbosa not doing too well, so what I'm going to do is change to our ordinary 4-4-2, take off Gylfi Sigurdsson and bring on Esposito. Yes, the number 9 is going to come on. Can he score in his debut? Well, let's hope so. I've got faith in the guy. I really do. I don't know what his best role will probably be, but he's going to come on and hopefully he'll score the goal on his debut, just like Costa's done against us, and win us the game. Go on, Gianluca, this is your time. And here is Esposito picking the ball up here, plays it through towards Barbosa. Barbosa's through, and he should have found the back of the net. What a chance for a debut assist for Esposito. And last season, Barbosa surely would have finished that. Not this time, still 1-1. What a missed opportunity. And a late chance here. Barbosa playing it through towards Esposito. Surely, yes, get in! Esposito scored, and it's 2-1 to Swansea. A goal on his debut. Oh, wouldn't you just believe it? I've got to say, though, that looked a mile offside as Barbosa played it through. Marcano headed it away. Oh, that looked a mile offside. That looked an absolute country mile offside. I'll slow it down and take a look again. But I've got to say, Esposito may have won us the game. Our £30 million wonder kid has got off the mark on his debut. But I think we've been given a huge slice of luck right there. So this is the moment where Barbosa flicks the ball on. We'll take a look here, but I think Esposito was a mile offside. That's the moment he makes impact. Oh, that's tight. That's really tight, but the shadow on the pitch helps there. As you can see, Creswell steps up just on time, and I think he's offside. I think Esposito is offside, and I think we've been given a huge stroke of fortune. We won't mind. Barbosa's ball through towards Esposito. Took his chance. We'll take it, but a big slice of luck. Still, we won't mind one bit if it wins us the game, but Everton have a chance to get some justice here. Barkley on the ball, plays it inside towards Khazri. Big block, but it'll come towards Costa, who fires it in, and there is the justice Everton deserve. Diego Costa's second goal of the game, and now we're complaining about offside. Either way, Everton have scored. It's Diego Costa once again, so debut goals all round. Barkley on the ball, plays it inside towards Khazri. His first pass deflected came back towards Costa. I'm not sure if Amalo was playing him onside at the far post or not. I think he might have been, so I don't really need to slow that one down. I think he probably was onside. But either way, Everton have scored their equalising goal. They get their justice. Swansea 2, Everton 2, and that is surely how the game will finish at the Liberty Stadium. So an action-packed game, really, really exciting, very, very fun. Unfortunately, we can't hold on to the 3 points. But it was a lot of fun, and Everton definitely did deserve at least a point in that game. So fair play to them. I'm going to calmly tell them I was disappointed with the performance as well, because we were so close to getting a big victory on the opening day, but just couldn't hold on, even though it would have been relatively undeserved. But at least Esposito got off the mark on his debut. That was really cool to see. Timo Horn played quite well in that one too. Very, very good to see Esposito score on his debut. £30 million. Maybe it won't be a waste of money, but now he's scored in this debut. All the bigger clubs will be sniffing around, looking at the guy and thinking, yep, we'll meet that release clause in January. So either way, good to get a draw, I suppose, and not a loss, and good to see Esposito score, but disappointed we couldn't hold on to all 3 points. And that will end today's episode in my Football Manager series as well, guys, so a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. I shall return with games against Norwich and Watford, just because these are the 2 games directly after the transfer window slams shut, and with around £15 million still left in our transfer budget, I'll probably sign 1 or 2 more players before the end of the window. So thank you for watching today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do leave a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic evening, and I'll see you for the next episode in my Football Manager series very soon.